should keep it PG. BBC, I wish I had it in me. There's a double meaning if you dig deep.
Hey man, say man, what's good, y'all? Big Kev here coming at y'all with the second upload of the day, man. And thank you guys for all the support. Before we get into the second video of the night, I told y'all in my last video I've been gone for a little while working on my album. Let me give y'all niggas a little snippet real quick, Kington. Hold on. Before we grab y'all's bev, get ready.
What up, Kev?
For greatness.
Yeah. Grew up in the storm, had to dance in the rain. Taught me every scar gonna come with the pain. But I'm still going strong, put respect on my name. Never trust a soul, had to watch my own back. Made it out the trap with a plan in a pack. Load up the safe, put the world on the map. Never looking back, whole team bout to stack. Riding with the strikers, whole team full of hitters. Pockets on swole, count bread with my killers. Ice on ice, yeah, but my heart still bitter. I'm still cold. Made it out the mud, now I whip two-seaters.
That's all y'all getting, man. Hey, tape bumming though. It's bumming, you feel me? Matter of fact, it might be out sooner than you think, you heard me? But anyways, man, Big Kev, thank you guys for all the support y'all been showing me, man. Y'all the reason why I'm able to just feel good about myself, get my confidence back, and work on my music, you feel me? Long live JUGG. Y'all know that was my brother, man. We used to do this shit together. But yeah. So man, we got this man DDG back, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all know I always gotta talk about DDG every now and then, bro. Cause man, it's a real. I can't tell, man. Cause bro, I really don't like DDG, like on some. But I do though. I used to be it's like I really used to be one of the biggest DDG fans. I used to ride for that nigga. But like I told y'all, it was just ever since the Soul Illuminati beef, I've never been able to get back to that. I've never been able to get back to liking DDG. I've always been the biggest op for this nigga. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I know I tell y'all this every video I talk about this nigga, but that's why I got to, because it's not cap. I've been rocking with DDG since I was like 14, 15, bro. So, and I think I was 14 actually, because I was a big Rice Gum fan, as y'all know. I always tell y'all this too in every DDG video. I was the biggest Rice Gum fan, and DDG ended up beefing with Rice Gum and the diss guy. DDG even still talks about this to this day. The diss rapper, because that was Rice Gum's ghostwriter. But I remember back when, before he became Rice Gum's ghostwriter, he was literally the diss rapper, and he was just dissing esports organizations. Like, it was so funny though. But like, man, the times have just changed, bro. But I missed them times, man. But that's why I always will respect DDG, bro, because this nigga, I'm trying to tell you right now, this nigga has been going forever. You feel me? But I know cap, if I could ever get the opportunity to box this nigga, I swear, bro, I want to box this nigga. No bad.
What's up, loser?
I feel very disrespected just being in the cast and seeing the way that these women were spoken to.
DDG, what's the point of the show?
The f is you talking about?
What was the point of the show? What's the point of your show?
What'd you say?
I just want to know, what were we here for?
In love with me.
You're like...
Coming off of Dominating Streamer University, DDG was on a generational run as a streamer, putting up crazy numbers and basically everywhere on social media. But it seems like his reputation and status as a top-tier streamer took a major hit. After his love show basically bombed, he threw friends under the bus.
Shay was saying the wildest shit. Ben was saying the wildest shit. My brother was saying the wildest shit.
Oh, he named everybody.
Dude, wait, this nigga! Whoa! Yeah!
Why do I got tire marks on the top of my head, Diddy?
And crashed out on his own audience.
Eat my
Hope everybody in this chat make $1 billion except for DDG Unfiltered. Suck my...
And it looks like he has some work to do to get back where he was with his audience. But I'm Jew, welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
DDG spent $1 million creating a game show that his fans hated.
Let me put something on the screen real quick. As you can see, you can move it in. It stays. I got 3D shit. Niggas ain't doing it like me, man.
I did not know bro spent $1 million on that game show. That is insane. Just for everybody to hate it and then your audience have a bunch of negative things to say about it. Right or wrong, that just has to feel like an L no matter what your views was doing. There was a lot of negativity about the show which then led to DD crashing out on people. So all in all, he might have actually been better off not doing this show at all.
What? You don't know if you like it. You don't know if you don't like it. You don't know. Y'all orphans. Y'all fatherless. Y'all are fatherless fans. Nobody.
Bro, you know what's so crazy though that I want to add? With these streamers are getting signed to. They got to be getting signed deals. Like for example, like with this Contestant, because the budget. Not only that, you could tell, it's like. For example, with these damn like the subathon, with this love show, it's like with the production behind it, either y'all got someone behind y'all or y'all spending all that. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, who knows, maybe they doing it with their own, you know what I mean, DDG, Contestant, maybe they just like that. They not signed, they just out here, they just know who to pay or who to man or who's managing them. I mean, I guess they do have managers, so maybe that makes sense. But they spending a lot of money, bro. That's what y'all gotta realize. Like streaming, this is why streaming's dying, because it's like inflation with streaming, and why a lot of people who just want to sit back and stream, but y'all be complaining about, oh, these people stealing the views. You should never complain about that, because y'all got to remember, look at it like this, right? Man, there's people out there that be making 100,000 a month, you feel me? And they'll sit there and tell you, yeah, I'm making 100,000 a month, I'm this and that, come join the big boy squad, you know what I mean? But what them niggas will never tell you, bro, they ass might have spent 103, you feel me? So all they have is the fact that they can tell you that they made 100 bands in that month. But deep down in that nigga's heart and soul, he down 5 for the month, and he gonna be down another 5 next month. That's why y'all always just stay real, bro. Because stay true. That's the only thing that's gonna win in life.
Nobody wants you. I don't want you.
Are You My Ball was pitched as a dating show. Only problem was DDG allegedly already had a girlfriend and brought her on the show to mock all of the contestants, which upset not only all of the girls, but his own audience.
I don't know if he's still disputing that fact, but that is super weird that he's been whining and dining publicly romantic with India and then does a love show for himself like everyone hasn't seen him.
Right, and that's why people got to just put 2 and 2 together. I've been telling y'all, but I'm hating. I've been saying this since the brink of dawn that their relationship is fake, but now I'm a hater. Why would a nigga who got a girl do a love show? You feel me? And you already claim, you know what I mean? And then she was gifting subs, and then they was like, oh, like, why you doing this? Like, I don't know, but it just all seemed weird. But it just what happens when, you know what I mean, you got to pretend that you that nigga.
His content the previous.
That's all. I mean, real niggas know. You feel me? It's not. I'm not hating. You feel me?
DDG, what's the point of the show?
The f*** is you talking about?
What was the point of the show?
And instead of taking his career to the next level and getting to the level of a Kai Cenat or an Aiden Ross, he only had fans hating him and the contestants feeling disrespected.
I feel very disrespected just being in the cast and seeing the way that these women were spoken to, calling women losers, talking about women having a white tongue.
A white tongue is crazy. Who said white tongue?
The show itself started off with very high hopes, and DDG hoped that this would take his streaming average from roughly 20,000 to at least 40,000 for the show, and hopefully significantly boost the average afterwards.
But how does that make sense from a business perspective? If you're already averaging 20,000 live viewers, why not just maintain that and keep doing affordable content?
Exactly. Thank you. But that's what happens when everything's fake and nothing's real. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I really get to feeling bad for this nigga, because you be peeping, nigga, just ever since the streaming university, bro, been trying to turn into Kai, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying it's not wrong with that, but the thing is, the real thing that people don't be want to accept, and that's why everyone gonna call XQC a hater, but that's why I'm always know XQC ain't capping, because niggas who been on Twitch for a minute, they know how crazy 20,000 viewers average is. So like when you, and it's funny how everyone was calling that nigga hater, but now when you see the views drop, now nobody want to say nothing now, you feel me? When Reggie had like 80,000, bro, Reggie came out of nowhere having like 60,000 viewers, and like, yeah, I get it, he with Kai and stuff, but they try to make it, it's just like the industry where you'll see, oh, Ice Spice come out of nowhere with a Drake feature, or Bobby Altoff, or she's not an artist though, but like, you know what I mean? You'll see somebody come out of nowhere with a Drake feature. They this and that and this and that, and then you'll realize it was just it's a label trying to get niggas. They're spending money to make you lit, but y'all get the bill. You feel me? And not only that, y'all is tacking on debt. We got to keep paying to make it seem like we lit now instead of just being lit, to where we will never be lit because we never built nothing. You get what I'm saying? Everything was bought, and you're gonna have to keep buying. It's common sense, but like, people, to them, it's about the short game. They don't care about really building an audience. They want to look as lit as Kai, and that's where Kai is wrong for that, because he low-key endorsed it with his little university.
You spend $1 million for an event stream like a dating show just to get those viewers that are gonna drop back down when it's not a big event. The same thing happens to Kai. He breaks all these records, but his viewers eventually come back down to an average after Mafia-thon.
This is my prediction. Y'all wanna know my view prediction on my love show? I think on Twitch, that bitch gonna average at least minimum at the lowest possible. Twitch gonna be 40.
But this show was a huge gamble. Streaming is a form of entertainment with very little overhead. But with all the right equipment, you can make money by sitting in front of your computer.
100%. So many streamers are giving themselves overhead and budgeting problems because they're trying to do all these huge events or IRL content where they then have to spend money, whereas otherwise they wouldn't if they were doing desktop streams or other low-budget, affordable streams. But everybody's chasing Kai, who's dumping millions into content as well.
Y'all know how expensive it is to keep up with content creation? You can get a 10K check from Twitch. What the fuck is a 10K check when you gotta spend 5K on trips just to travel, $500 on setup shit, fucking 2,000?
See, listen, like, I know this went viral a little minute ago, but just listen to that, because that's how all these people that you see now, that's how you think they turn, but then when you realize, like I just told you, they made 100,000, they spent 105 just to make 100. You know what I mean? Like, let that sink in, bro. I make more money than these niggas. I don't even make $1. You feel me? That go. But listen though, that's how you know. Like, just be yourself, bro. Because then when I'm trying to tell you right now, when Kev Secure the Bag become the biggest streamer off his damn desktop, all these niggas, think about how dumb these niggas gonna feel, bro. Like, they gonna think it's cap. Like, how this nigga sitting in front of his desktop averaging 20,000 viewers, making bread. Nigga didn't even spend $1 on the stream. Because I know, bro. With like bro, I come from Rice Gums, Nade Shots, Ninjas, like even before Ninja, but still, even when Ninja was I know all that. I seen all them niggas rise and fall. So
$100 on your rent, fucking $200 on Wi-Fi, $200 on IRL toolkit. You gotta pay the clippers, pay a YouTube editor. Chat, I don't think y'all realizing I be going in the negative doing this shit, okay?
The format was heavily based on the 2000s reality show Flavor of Love.
Better than any Hulu, whatever the f you watch, this ain't gonna be better. Stay tuned 24/7, 7 days straight.
I don't know if streaming becoming reality TV is a positive thing. Like, one of the great things about streaming is that a creator can connect directly to their audience and talk to their audience and respond to their audience in the moment, at least with the desktop, sometimes with IRL. But when something is that big, you're not really connected to the audience at all. They're just watching a product, and that's fine to an extent, but I do feel like streaming loses some of its charm when it's just that big and you're basically watching TV.
But most of the girls were fully aware that this was for entertainment purposes and was fake.
I'm sure a lot of those girls, just like the Flavor of Love girls, were coming on TV or coming on DDG's stream to get their numbers up, to get famous, to get seen, to get an audience. So it's probably business for most of them.
However,
and this is another thing too, because this streaming stuff ain't in these niggas' hearts, bro. We just seen he tried to do a Red Dead Redemption stream, but then he peeps like how hard a Deathstroke stream really is, bro. That shit's hard. You feel me? Like, even bro, I played the Mortal Kombat Armageddon Conquest. Took me 4 hours to beat that mug. That was like the worst, bro. I remember I played the whole Guitar Hero 3. That took me like 3 hours, bro. That was horrible, bro. Like, my back was all like, bro. It definitely takes a lot of practice to get into that. But I'm not saying that he's any less of a streamer because he can't do that. I'm just saying though, it don't be in their hearts. Niggas don't know what to do next. They fighting it's to the point it's just gonna be over for these niggas, because especially with DDG. DDG, that's crazy how Soul Illuminati Ben said this back in the day, but he always a jump ship. Like, say streaming died, and next thing that was big was cooking. This nigga be a chef tomorrow. Like, that's how, like, DDG, nothing is through this nigga's heart. It's all through clout.
Thing they did to curry favor with DDG soon went to waste when DDG decided to invite what people believe to be his real-life girlfriend on the show. And this was a costly mistake for DDG.
I still don't know what he was thinking with that or how he thought that would be positive, unless she was behind the scenes pressing him to get on the show. Again, which is a good look for her because she gets more eyes from streaming. And I think DDG put her on to streaming in the first place. It just kind of breaks the fourth wall and removes any believability.
Damn.
This is where you're going to eliminate.
This is what I'm eliminating?
Yeah.
And this move kind of shattered all of the illusions behind the entire show. For the show to work, the audience needed to buy into the illusion that DDG needed a girl. India's presence was a constant reminder that this wasn't the case. The top comment on the video for this episode with over 300 likes reads, "I feel like bro should have let India stay at the crib for this one. After she came, it didn't even feel like a find love type show no more. Start feeling like just content." On top of that, India wasn't very nice to the other contestants either.
What's up, loser?
Wait.
She then walked through their bedrooms
It's not me. Food on the nightstand.
and commented negatively on their appearance.
Girl, that tongue is white. Stop it. Okay, I need to go.
So she did say that. That's such a crazy thing to say.
She also confronted Skyrocket about the tattoo and came across very disrespectful and patronizing.
Can I see your side, please?
Yeah, you can.
It says what?
No, I'm kidding. It says Daryl.
What possessed you to do that?
Honestly, for the plots.
For the plot.
Yeah.
So you admit?
Yeah.
You're here for the plot.
No, that's
exactly what you said. Your services are kind of no longer needed here.
All right.
We do appreciate you, and we did really enjoy. You actually were one of my favorite at first.
Giving a woman that you're in a relationship with power to kick women off your love show is just weird.
India's behavior also cemented her
having a love show when you allegedly, you get what I'm saying? What's the weird part to me. It's damn near like he's telling us that's not really his girl. That's literally what he's telling us in 4K, but niggas can't really see it. But I think it's damn near obvious.
reputation as a, quote, pick-me girl. And bear in mind, even when India was talking behind their back, the girls were still finding these clips on social media.
Definitely don't gotta dig too far, because India's been around the industry for a long time. I remember her all the way back in the day with Game. I mean, I assume she's dated athletes and other rappers after that. I haven't kept up. But I mean, for as long as she's been around, I would assume she's got a bunch of skeletons in her closet.
One of the
Hell yeah. You know what's crazy? How I actually found out about India Love was, I used to be a real big Lil Yachty fan back in high school. I still rock with Yachty, but I was a real big Yachty fan back in the day, and he made like a love song tour. And I ain't gonna lie, I actually thought he was gonna get her because he had all the clout at the time. I ain't gonna beat you. I thought he was gonna get her, but yeah, she was not going for that nigga.
girl's named Vicky was not really attacked by India, but she decided to hit back on behalf of all the girls on the show. She decided to repost these pictures on her TikTok. In 20...
That's the one I was talking about, the Joyway gang. That's a crazy trio of pictures.
India dated the Game, and paparazzi took a set of photographs which showed the Game doing stuff to India with his hands that most women wouldn't allow a man to do to them out in a public park. DDG obviously took issue with this.
Damn, why would she repost that? Like, she reposted like, bro, India like on some weird shit.
Probably won't surprise you to learn that Vicky did not win the show. And the winner ended up being a fairly uncontroversial contestant named Lil Agent.
So basically, in order to win the show, I guess you had to be cool with India.
One of the first things DDG wanted to make clear was India's role in the show.
That was her whole point of coming here, to intimidate y'all.
So in season 2 of Flavor of Love, the runner-up from season 1, known as New York, was added to the show to stir things up.
That resides over the pits of hell.
But this idea of having a dating show when you're already spoken for led to the very simple question,
What was the point of the show?
What you want, auntie? What'd you say?
I just want to know, what were we here for?
Bro, I can't answer that question.
I love with me. But I'm saying it's certain things of the show, okay? This show was heavily inspired by Flavor of Love, okay? So I took a segment of his show and brought India on as New York.
That was a crazy long-winded answer for that.
DDG blaming these women for not understanding what he did is very disingenuous.
Yeah.
For the girls on the show 25 and under, it's highly unlikely that they were old enough to watch Flavor of Love when it came out in 2006 and ended in 2008. For those that did watch it, it's also unlikely they remember much about the show.
I definitely don't remember New York coming back on.
I ain't gonna cap. I got 3 sisters, so that's how I knew about this show. But I would have never knew about this without them.
Antagonize the women. But even with that, I feel like whoever Flavor ended up with at the end actually had a shot with him. I think, did he get Delicious on one of those seasons? I can't remember. But
I remember Hoops won. And then she cheated. And then I didn't know New York won, but I do remember New York because she had her own show too.
It's still a weird setup.
DDG's logic still didn't hold up either.
But the difference is New York and Flavor Flav weren't boyfriend or girlfriend.
Right.
India Love and DDG are actually dating. So to bring her onto a dating show, yeah, it kind of presented itself as a humiliation ritual.
So, DDG, so when she's playing the character, you're saying she's playing the character of New York.
Man, I don't want no more India questions, bro.
Well, I'm saying,
Let's go, bro.
was she playing the character? Is that really your girlfriend?
No.
So is it
That's my friend. She came here to intimidate y'all.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
So this is where DDG was digging himself into an even bigger hole. India spent the whole time on the show referring to DDG as my man, but was now just his friend on the show. Then Vicky was confronted about her social media posts about India.
I personally don't know anything about her, so I didn't realize the age gap when I posted what I posted, so I did remove that repost. I'm going to stand on the post with Duke Dennis because if we're bringing up other women's past and bringing up stuff from the past, then I feel like everybody else repost should. I just feel like if we're bringing up, you know what I mean?
Vicky, that was unwarranted, unprovoked. India never said nothing disrespectful to you, ever.
And then you're on your love show with all these women sitting here and you're basically defending your girlfriend who you should have never had on the show in the first place because everything just seems disingenuous after that point. So you can understand why people didn't like this vibe. They didn't like the reunion. They didn't like the show once India came because it all just felt fake and like content. And what was the point of everything?
There was one moment on the show where a woman confessed that she had to quit her job to be on there.
I lost my job. Everything. I really did.
What you mean you lost your
I ain't
job?
gonna beat you. That's no empathy for that. I mean, you can't. What did that got to do with anything? You quit. You know what I mean? You lost your job. You gave your job up.
I lost my job coming here.
Damn, she lost her job to be on a dating show with DDG, going back home with nothing, maybe a little bit more popularity.
And you're stupid at bro. I don't care. Your dumb ass you should have used some PTO.
Maybe she can start a streaming career. I don't know, but that's tough.
Letting India say whatever she wants.
Hit. You should have been. See, you find in love with the wrong niggas because yeah, no, that's all you.
But trying to silence the lady's response to her disrespect is wild.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I used to watch Flavor of Love, and I'd be like, man, I never was like this. I never felt how y'all felt. I never sent the hate comment to Flavor Flav, bro.
You can't really compare watching a reality show in the 90s or 2000s, whenever Flavor of Love was, compared to
y'all in too deep, bro.
But this was essentially DDG trying to tell his fans how to feel. If his fans didn't like his show, then they didn't like his show.
Yeah, you can't blame fans for not liking the content or never seeing Flavor of Love and not understanding the concept. At the end of the day, you just have to take accountability and ownership that maybe you didn't put the best product out there. Like, just take the L, go back to the drawing book and say, the next love show, I'll have one of my friends on as a contestant, or whatever the audience is actually asking for. But to just crash out on the audience and say it's their fault and they don't understand is kind of lame.
No grown person with a brain, a mind, thought in their brain gonna think that a is gonna get married in 7 days. I don't know why y'all think that's a thing. Why do y'all think this is it? Why do y'all think I'm gonna get married? Y'all took this parasocialism to the next level, bro.
Bro was trying to have his cake and eat it too, because basically you do content and you want the audience to buy into every single thing that you do and believe everything is real. But then when you don't get the feedback the way you want, you say your audience is tripping because it's all content and stop being parasocial. But DDG literally feeds off the parasocialness of his audience for his content.
As like most streamers, his whole business model is built upon creating parasocial relationships with his fans.
I'd be like, oh, what happened to this? What happened to that? Y'all do that with every single girl. Y'all was all up India ass for months. Fan pages, all this other, now all of a sudden,
We don't like India. Because y'all didn't got parasocial over some girls in 7 days.
It's not that. They didn't like the vibe of the show or the way she came on the show or their voicing their criticism. And as a creator, you just gotta take that L to the chin and keep it moving.
The Shay was saying the wildest shit. Ben was saying the wildest shit. My brother was saying the wildest shit.
Oh, he named everybody.
Dude, wait, this nigga. Whoa! Whoa! What the that nigga on us get damn!
Bro kind of broke bro code. He threw all his mans under the bus in defense of his woman.
The fact that he's dropping names is crazy. I mean, he could have just said, yo, you know, everybody was talking trash. Come on, like, you're going to pretend like everybody else wasn't doing it? That's one thing. But to start naming your mans by name, and keep in mind, he's throwing his own brother under the bus for this.
Hey, what's the 50 mean?
I'm like, what he say fuck me for?
He's like, yo, y'all didn't have...
Bro, hey, I ain't gonna cap. For real, DDG. I see what's going on here, but let me tell you something for real, bro. And I know how DDG is. He don't think if you don't got more money or more followers that you can't give him no advice. But let me tell you something, DDG. I know what's going on here, right? You let India love. She listen, right? She start getting in your head a little too much. And let me tell you how I know, right? Hold on. You confused. You think she don't rock with the contestants for love, bro. But it's, you gotta understand, everyone there is there for your clout, even India included. You know what I mean? So that's really what that show was about. And that's pretty much not how you want to move, you feel me? Especially in instances like that, like relationships and stuff like that. Just because I hate when they always say, oh, people being parasocial, but then like he said, they'll clip farm they fake relationship and then say, oh, why y'all clipping? And that's when I be just telling niggas, bro, y'all gotta really put in some work and never exchange clout for relationships. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if they gonna let you hit, it's gonna you already gonna hit. You feel me? There's no like threshold that has to be met. There's no like and that's what some people will think, bro. They'll think maybe let me do this, let me do that, maybe this, let me give her this, let me do that. Nah, bro, you gonna keep going. First off, you should have already crashed out on her once them old leaks came out. Why is the game in the middle of the park? There, you know what? We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna not talk about that. But because I mean, I'm not gonna say you be mad about somebody passed, but I'm gonna be like, bro, don't be playing me like the little YouTube nigga for clout. You better be giving me some neck or something, bro. Or you know, at least something, bro. You better be getting you. I hope you getting something in return from this DD. That's all I'm saying. I low-key don't feel like you throwing your own niggas under the bus, but maybe he is, and he just in a trance. You feel me? To where he beefing with his niggas now. He threw Dub. I ain't gonna beat you. That's crazy. I ain't never seen him throw Dub under the bus. That's literally the opposite. I ain't gonna beat you. Nah, Indian love might need to be stopped. Cause this one thing I'll say, even though I don't like the nigga, one thing I know from watching this nigga for all them years, that nigga don't play about his family, bro. So the fact that this nigga actually did that is kind of crazy.
Have the same energy with Dub. Yo, that's where I gotta look at it like, damn, man, this is where you gotta think DDG's a little bit dangerous when his chick is around, or maybe when chicks, quote, in general are around.
I think we all know people like that. I got friends like that will change up when a female is around, or a female they're talking to, they kind of become a different person, or will throw you under the bus in front of their girl to save themselves from something. It happens.
And you could say it's for stream, but even Ben Dadon, who's homies with DDG, had to call this behavior out as well. So.
Oh! What the? That just triggered me again. Why do I got tire marks on the top of my head, Diddy? Diddy, if it's like that, you might well come out with them. Y'all might well pop out. Be proud of your lady, man. We love India. But you need to...
Ben is completely right here. He's right to be triggered. He's right to respond in the way that he does. But he's right in that he's like, yo, you guys are pretending to everybody else like you're not together. but you're throwing us under the bus in order to defend her.
He could have definitely defended her without throwing them under the bus, even though it was two completely different situations. Like, all the dudes was there at the show just kind of acting like regular dudes talking shit, whereas it seemed like India kind of came in attack mode defending her relationship with her dudes.
Because even DDG's audience, DDG's own homies,
right, and then try to justify it and say like, oh, I was going off of the show, but I ain't gonna beat you. I don't know what angle DDG's after. It almost seemed like they trying to recruit the third. They trying to if they peep game, but it's because they don't want to be the third. They want the clout. That's all they want.
They're like, dog, you're moving crazy with this. What's going on? And that's because they don't want to announce a relationship. And I don't know why they don't want to announce that. Even though they're moving in that way, maybe he doesn't want it to turn into people hating her more, because they might hate her even more and blame her for everything that happens on DDG stream, or a lack of what happens on DDG stream. If he calls it that, like, they might say, oh man, now he's kicking it with these chicks when he's got a girl.
A big part of DDG's content all the way back when he was doing...
forget this nigga got a kid too. Hold on. Hey, I ain't gonna be messy, but I didn't have to think.
Vlogs on YouTube was girl content. Him having girls on camera with him, chilling, vibing. That was part of his big content. And he brought that aspect over to Twitch, where he does a bunch of collabs with a bunch of different females. So I guess it would kind of hurt that aspect of his content, even though anybody with eyes sees he's in a relationship with India. But to Ben's point, when you're throwing your mans under a bus, you may as well just come out with an announcement.
Throwing the bros under the bus for a worn out ball. I just had to read
worn out ball is
that.
Crazy.
Using his own metaphor against him, or his own saying against him, is hilarious. As Poetic Flocko would explain on his channel.
Right. Yo, DDG pissed off his community so much when he came back and attempted to chastise them, call them weirdos, call them parasocials, call them every name in the book for watching the content and hating, right? So that led to his Twitter community blocking or banning people from posting unfavorable things about him in the community. So then the haters started a new community called DDG Unfiltered.
And this Twitter community is 100% dedicated to saying negative things about DDG.
That man crashed out with his people so much that they went and made a hater community. That
But now that's why you gotta have thick skin, bro. Because I'm telling you, that internet ain't no joke. But I feel it, bro. DDG blew up so young, so early. Because that's why it's going to be different. Like, I'm 26. I'm about to blow up at 26. So, you feel me? I'm more level-headed, more, you know what I mean? More, can't really think of the word, but more humble, I guess. DDG never really got to unlock that, you feel me? Because he blew up so early, or so young. And that's why everything really get to him. And he don't be being real, too. DDG, that's another thing, too. He don't know how to be real. He'll just try to keep faking. And then it just keep getting worse when the nigga gotta keep faking. It's almost damn like the Tommy incident, bro. Like, if Tommy don't just keep it 100, he gonna have to keep on thinking of alibis. And
hope everybody in this chat make $1 billion except for DDG Unfiltered. Suck my. You don't know what you want to be. You don't know if you want to be a fan, a hater. You just on my. You just on my fused. It's on my. Fused. You don't know what. You don't know if you like it. You don't know if you don't like it. You don't know. Y'all orphans. Y'all fatherless. Y'all are fatherless fans.
Hey, listen, y'all. This too, as a nigga who's been through this for all the times too. If y'all younger niggas, don't. This is just how Daryl is. You feel me? Don't take it personal. You feel me? Daryl just like that. He hurt right now. You feel me? I know this nigga. Trust me. I watched this nigga well enough to know. This nigga Daryl is hurt right now. When he gets hurt, that's the first thing he try to do, hurt somebody else, bro. But this man need a hug. You feel me? India, stop playing with this man. And really, really, for real, because you got this nigga out here crashing out, doing love shows and this and that, because he getting fake relationships. You extracting all this nigga clout. And what's sad is, it's almost like she's trying to get a little trial, because you know how she started messing with him after the Halle stuff. So I don't know what it's on. Like, damn near like. Say he were to get canceled again right now, India, you know what I mean? It's almost like she's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And you gotta keep that in mind, DDG. You feel me? These people, bro, don't ever turn your back on Dub and them, bro. That's your brother, nigga. But anyways, like I said, Big K, let me know what y'all think, man. Love y'all, man. On the road to 500, man. We at 348. Big Kev. I love y'all. I'm out of here.